Because if you can get your audience description down to a short phrase or two, you can get the problem down to a short phrase, the solution down to a short phrase, the win you provide to a short phrase, then all of a sudden it allows you as the business owner, as a consultant, to not be thinking about, I have a paragraph's worth of information about who I serve and how we serve them and all these. You're thinking in content blocks. You're thinking in little short pieces that are almost like Mad Libs in some ways, because you can say, oh, when someone says, tell me what you do, you say, well, there are these people who have this problem. Maybe you know someone with that problem. We have a solution that helps them in this way so that their life is better with this win. And all of a sudden, you aren't then trying to share the entirety of your sales document. You aren't trying to share in 5 seconds what took you on the landing sales page, 4 paragraphs. You're condensing it down, distilling it down to its most important piece. Now, if they ask questions, then you expand. Then your story grows. But the reality of telling a story is that some version of your 10-minute story could be shared in 5 minutes. It could be shared in 2 minutes. It could be shared in 15 seconds. And most of the time in our businesses, our first impression, the impression that people are going to remember, is that 15 to 30 second one. That's what's going to get them thinking about your business or brand and really going, oh, do I think they could solve the problem for me? And if they have questions, then you give them the 3-minute version, the 5-minute version. So if you grab the download that I've got, you'll have these prompts, these questions, but there also is a content creation recipe page. And essentially that I kind of already alluded to Mad Libs, but essentially it's an opportunity for you to start thinking through, what if I thought about sharing my story more succinctly? What if I thought about sharing the very first pieces of my business in a more compact way? So that when I go to a meetup and someone says, tell me what you do, your story is 15 to 30 seconds, but it's so clear that they go, I get it. That when you load the top first section of your website and someone reads the 2 lines at the top before they ever scroll, that they read it and go, I need to keep reading, because it is that clear, that succinct. They understand, hey, I'm in the right place. They understand the problem I have and they have a solution to help me solve it. So take some time, ask yourself those 4 questions, process through what is the big idea of each of them, how can I think about it, and what can I do with it, and then take some time, put it into the document and kind of process through, how could I actually make these part of the story that I share as part of the words that I'm actually putting out there into the world? Like, is there a way that this could simplify and clarify the message that I speak each day as I'm talking about my business, each day as I'm having calls, as I'm showing up to in-person meetings, that you find the clarity to be able to share your story in succinct ways, because that is what's going to make you memorable. Most brands are forgettable, and they're forgettable not because they aren't amazing at what they're doing, but because the explanation of what they're doing takes so long that people don't stay with them. You have seconds to make a first impression. You have seconds to keep a business who needs your services, an individual who needs your services, connected to you. Because you don't want the challenge that I had with those insurance agents. Same product, very different experience, very different story being told about each of them. Because one of them clearly understood how to talk about what he provided in the win, and the other couldn't even clearly talk about the products and services he offered. And it showed.